Why are you getting upset about video game commercials? Chill. Folks, I am speechless. I have once again been thoroughly surprised and to the expectation of none. We got a pretty decent Nintendo Direct Mini this morning. We got a presentation announced yesterday, just as the week got started, and people weren't happy about it being a Direct Mini, specifically a partner showcase. And with a lot of justified concerns in the past, partner showcases weren't as exciting as a lot of people expected them to be. However, thank the probability gods, we finally got a pretty decent partner showcase. Disregarding all the drama and all the complaining going about on Twitter, I wanted to kind of break down and give my thoughts about this Nintendo Direct Mini because I enjoyed it. I'm still with my jaw on the floor that Nintendo was actually successful at surprising us. I mean, it seems like Nintendo has this down to a T. They know the science behind getting people excited, even if what they're showing isn't first party games. But however, let's get started into this. Right off the bat, they started with what I think was probably the best choice. They started with an announcement or a trailer, so to speak, of Sunbreak. I mean, this is basically the release trailer because we're getting Sunbreak on the 30th. Today's the 28th. And I will say it looks pretty exciting. I mean, some of the new monsters just look amazing, and it's slowly convincing me to get this expansion, even though I'm kind of like burned out on Monster Hunter Rise at this point. Not in a bad way. I've just played a lot of it. I played I think up to 50 hours of it, and I'm just like, hey, I'm not a big Monster Hunter fan, but if I got 50 hours out of it, maybe I'll enjoy Sunbreak. But yeah, we got some a further look into the actual expansion. It looks pretty well. It looks amazingly well. Capcom are just magicians at this thing called just creating games for the Nintendo Switch. I mean, the engine they got, the RE engine, is just amazing. It looks great on the Switch. It runs smooth as hell. I don't think I've ever experienced that bad of a frame drops in my whole playthrough, so I'm just excited to see what else they can put out on this console. Oh, by the way, there is a Sunbreak demo right now available. I think it's been available for like a few weeks, if I'm not mistaken. So I would definitely tell you, if you have Monster Hunter Rise, go ahead and check it out because it is a great game and a free demo. Like, you'll have your questions, whether you like this game or not, answered there. Then we went straight into what is probably the second or third biggest announcement from the Nintendo Direct Mini. I did not see this coming at all. I've been meaning to get into NieR Automata. They're great games. People keep saying that they're one of the best games out there, as far as, just not just gameplay wise, but also story wise. They say it's a pretty intense game. And I've been meaning to get into this series, but we're getting NieR Automata for the Nintendo Switch. And right off the bat, I was impressed with how decent this looks for it to not be a cloud version. They did not say this is a cloud version, so I'm guessing this is straight out running locally on the Nintendo Switch. And I'm thoroughly impressed. I mean, now we got likes of The Witcher 3. We got Astral Chain, which looks amazing on the Switch. I mean, what some of the developers for the Switch have been able to create for the Switch and been able to make it work so well. I wasn't that surprised that this game looks this good for the Nintendo Switch. I just didn't expect it for it to not be cloud based, just based off just how beautiful it looks. It just looks amazing. The enemies are humongous. Some of the characters are so well defined. There's a lot of crispness. There's so much happening in the screen that at times I'm just impressed with how smooth it looks. I'm definitely getting this. I've been holding off for quite some time getting NieR Automata, getting into the series, and I think this is the best way to introduce myself into the series. So this game comes out on October 6th. Super excited for that. Extremely excited for that. Then we got, we started getting some sprinkles of the lesser known, the less big name series. This was another kind of a welcome surprise. I didn't expect to get a Super Bomberman R2. From what I've heard, I didn't play Super Bomberman R, the first one, but from what I heard, people weren't that big of fans of the first Super Bomberman R. But it is quite a surprise to see that this game got a sequel. I was a big fan of Bomberman 64 back in the N64 days, so I'm excited to see that, you know, classic games are still getting new entries. But I think this is what I got more excited for, and I kind of wish I recorded my reaction, just because I did not see this coming. I was hoping this would come sooner or later, but I just didn't expect it to come like so out of the gate, like straight up less than 10 minutes into the direct, which made me believe that there was going to be a bigger announcement down the line on the direct, because this was pretty big in itself. We're getting Mega Man Battle Network Collection. We're getting straight up 10 entries from the Mega Man Battle Network games into the Nintendo Switch. If you've never played Mega Man Battle Network in the advanced days, Game Boy Advance days, I thoroughly recommend these games. These games are some of the most fun I've ever had playing a Mega Man game. It is amazing. I'm not big into Mega Man, like the classic games, because they're too hard for me for my little baby brain. But Mega Man Battle Network is some of the most fun tactical games I've ever had the chance of playing, and I thoroughly recommend. If you these are classics, these are cult classics. Like, I recommend, even if you're not a Mega Man fan, I can assure you, you will enjoy the gameplay of it. It's just so fun, so fast, very tactical, I wouldn't call it real-time strategy. I wouldn't even know what to call it or what to classify it as, but it is very, very just amazing games, just great games. There's not much I can tell you anymore about this. We got PacMan World Repack announced. I know people love these games. I never got to play through them, but I'm guessing these are 3D platformers. They look great. I mean, for them to be on the Switch, they look pretty all right. I think these are ports, if I'm not mistaken, but these look great. If you're a PacMan fan, yo, get your game on. And then this is one that I am thoroughly and like extremely excited for, Blanc. I'm excited to play this game basically because just based off of the initial trailer, it looks very cute. It's a co-op game. It looks extremely cute. It just looks very interesting. I love the art style, and also the little, I guess it's a dog. That's a black dog, and that's a deer, I'm guessing. The dog just reminds me a lot about my dog, and it's just so cute. So that's another reason why I'm getting it, but also because like I've been meaning to find another cool co-op game that I can play with my girlfriend, so I'm excited for this one. This doesn't come out till next year, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, February 2023, Blanc, but it is a great game, and I'm very excited to to get into it, especially after playing It Takes Two. Like, it's been really hard to find another co-op game that's just like good for couples, and I think this might be probably the best choice coming for the Switch. We got a cult classic, a favorite for a lot of people. To be honest, I've never heard about this game. People love it, like just based off the reactions I saw from my Twitter timeline. I'm guessing this is a great game. I've never heard about it. I'm guessing it's like an action adventure game or more like a puzzle game. I'm not too sure. I might have to check it out if there's ever a demo, but we're getting a Return to Monkey Island this year, hopefully, entry, but I'm not too sure about it. I might have to I should have probably looked this up before doing this video, but whatever. Hey, I might not play it, but yes. Then we got the obvious thing that was leaked a day before today, Mario Rabbids Spark of Hope, if I'm not mistaken. I always get the name wrong, but this game got leaked. I mean, it's been leaked, but the release date got leaked yesterday by Ubisoft. Like last time it was by Nintendo, this time now it's for by Ubisoft. Like, it just seems like they can't get anything under wraps for this game, but it looks pretty good. I mean, the first game is one of the best looking games on the Switch, so I didn't expect this to look any worse. Hey, I don't know what to tell you. It's a strategy Mario game. It's not the game for me, but I will say it was pretty entertaining. I sold it. I think I returned it. I don't remember, to be honest. It's just not the game for me, but I will say it is a quality game. It is a very well made game, and if you like strategy games, you're gonna enjoy this game. I just can tell you. And it's also one of the better looking art styles and games out there on the Switch. So yeah, there's not much I can tell you besides it's releasing in October, so go ahead and pre-order it. I don't recommend pre-ordering games anymore, but you do what you gotta do. And then we got a bunch of little different, you know, games here and there, some JRPGs, some other kind of like farming games from Square Enix, if I'm not mistaken. They basically look like Final Fantasy. As somebody on Twitter put it, I can't recall who it was, saying Final Fantasy, which makes a lot of sense. We got Railgrade, which is an Epic Games. It looks like it's like those kind of like roller coaster tycoon type of games. I'm not gonna lie, roller coaster tycoon type of games are really entertaining. I love city skylines, city building games, but this is like a railroad building game. I'm not too sure about it. It looks cool. We got an RPG called The Legend of Ride. The art style looks really interesting. I like the way they're making you know, the game function in a way. It's all kind of like in a sketchbook. It's really creative. I don't know if I'm ever gonna play this, but if there's ever a sale, I might check it out. I'm starting to slowly get more into RPGs and like turn-based JRPGs, especially with Dragon Quest 11, which I bought. I was tricked into buying it. I swear to God, it was on discount. But yeah, this one was also kind of a surprise, but not because it's Sonic Frontiers. I mean, we already knew it was coming. I'm surprised that Sega chose the Nintendo Direct Mini to give us a new and better trailer than that anything has been shown before prior to this trailer. Like, where was this when they were doing the gameplay trailer? Where was these like interactions when we were doing the first looks, when they gave IGN that, God, I can't remember, but it was a pretty long gameplay video? Why didn't they do this in like better looking hardware, like in, well, more powerful hardware, I should say, like the PS5 or the Xbox Series? Like I don't understand why they chose Nintendo to be the ones that get the better trailer out of all of them, even though it's the console that is gonna look worse on if I'm just basing it off this quick presentation. But it's slowly kind of getting me convinced to buy this game, but I'm still on the fence about it. I mean, there's only so much you can expect from Sonic games, 3D Sonic games, ever since Venture to Battle. But yeah, I was just surprised that Sega said, "Hey, Nintendo, here you go. Here's the best looking trailer we got. And f everybody else." It was just amazing to me. And then we got this kind of like Sims type of Disney game. It's called Disney Dreamlight Valley. I'm not gonna lie, the graphics look amazing for it to be a Disney children's game. I don't know if I'll ever check this out. I'm kind of like tired of Sims games, to be honest. But it looks fun. I mean, I'm sure this is gonna be great for little children and just Disney fans. It looks pretty cool. It looks big. The graphics look pretty nice for it to be on the Switch. I'm gonna tell you that. And then we got, of course, some a closer look at some other games. We got Live Alive. There's a demo for it now, which I've been playing on right off screen. It's a great game. It's a turn-based RPG, more like strategy elements to it, but it is kind of like, it tells the story of a lot of different characters throughout like classical real-time periods. I mean, there's a couple futuristic ones, which obviously hasn't happened, but you know, there's a couple stories that are based in like Imperial China and like the Edo Japan. So it's really fun. I've been playing it. It's the graphics are amazing. The art style is some of the best I've ever seen, that kind of like combine H2 what's the type of art style called? HD 2D. Sorry, I got that wrong. Obviously it makes sense. High definition 2D video games. It looks amazing. I mean, I ever since Octopath Traveler came out, I've been meaning to get more into this sort of art style heavy games, especially triangle strategy, and I recommend it. Just download the demo. It's free right now on the eShop. We got Doraemon Story of Seasons. It looks like it's a co-op, sort of like Stardew Valley-ish type of game. Not for me. We got Minecraft Legends. Can't talk much about it. I'm not a big Minecraft fan. A Dragon Quest Treasures. Not gonna lie, this looks pretty good, pretty all right. I think this is a prequel to Dragon Quest 11, and I'm enjoying it. Eric, the character here in Dragon Quest Treasures, is probably one of my favorite ones so far in Dragon Quest 11. So I might check it out. It looks like a turn-based RPG, but with like more discovery elements, more exploration elements. So I might check it out. I might, if there's a demo ever, I might download it and check it out. But it looks cool. It looks really good. It will be available on December 9th. And then we got just a short kind of like sizzle reel of everything that's coming out. No Man's Sky. We got Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes. Some different other announcements that, you know, have already been made or are coming soon, which I think was kind of like Nintendo ways. They put this in as a way of saying like, yo, relax. I know people are not going to be happy that this is a partner showcase, but here's some more stuff that is coming pretty soon. And they are pretty big games. Like they are, like we got Fire Emblem, we got Plague Tale, we got No Man's Sky, we got a few other mentions here and there. It looks amazing. So I think this is Nintendo's like, yo, relax. We got Portal 2 announced, which is amazing. It's kind of weird that it took them so long. I mean, sorry, Portal Companion Collection. It's kind of weird that it took them so long to announce this game. I think this is the best game for the Switch. It's one of the Switch just lends itself for this type of gameplay. So Portal is gonna be available today. There was this is like the Final Fantasy farm type of game. It was a little weird. I'm definitely not gonna check it out. It just seems kind of generic in my opinion. Harvestella, like what? Weird ass name, but it comes out November 4th. And then we got the one of the final announcements. I think it is the final announcement. This was huge. Like I think people did not expect this, or I think they've been waiting for it for so long that they just kind of like finally were able to breathe out, get a sigh of relief. But we're getting 3 games in the Persona series. We're getting Persona 5 Royale, Persona 4, and Persona 3. I'm not a big fan of Persona games. I played Persona 5 on the PS5, and I can see why people love these games. Like, don't get me wrong, they're really good games. Art style wise is amazing, storytelling, voice acting. More than anything, just like the personality behind it is amazing, top notch, great game. Just not for me. But finally, this is something that people have been talking about. They've been demanding from Nintendo and from Atlas to get on the Switch, because it is one of the perfect games for the Switch. It is a long ass JRPG, but finally, and then especially with like Joker being on Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, it never made sense for these games to not be on the Nintendo Switch. But here we are, we finally got them. I'm excited for Persona fans, because then we can move on to other things. But they look great. They look pretty great. I wasn't expecting them to not look great. I mean, they run pretty well on the PS4, so I would expect them to look pretty all right on the Nintendo Switch. So yeah, those were like the ending announcements, which I think was a great way for Nintendo to end this Nintendo Direct Mini. Regardless of how you feel about Nintendo Direct Minis, partner showcases, I think Nintendo did an amazing job as far as pacing, as far as like actually showcasing and like focusing on the real like things that people want. They want Persona, they want more info on Sunbreak, they want more new games, at least like newer indies that at least, you know, might interest some of these other players who are kind of like just stuck on first party titles. Just focusing on a lot of things that like people have been talking about for the longest time. I just think Nintendo did a great way at dividing all the content throughout this 25-minute presentation. And yo, to be honest, I need y'all to relax. Like, I know this is around the time when Nintendo does a full-blown direct, because it is E3 time, but E3 didn't happen this year. But I think a lot of people put a lot of their hopes on like the hands of Nintendo, when Nintendo didn't even promise any of this. A lot of the leaks promised a full-blown Nintendo Direct. Hey, that wasn't Nintendo. Like, Nintendo does what Nintendo does. They never follow patterns. They haven't followed any conventional or traditional way of doing business, of marketing their products. So I just don't understand why people like really got upset about this. But it is what it is. Nintendo Direct Mini. I don't think we're gonna get another Direct probably till I think even September might be too soon. I think they might hold off, and they might do another like fully branded Nintendo Direct, kind of like they did with Xenoblade. I'm hoping, and I wish they do one for Zelda, especially with Breath of the Wild 2 coming out. But I'm gonna manage my expectations, because as we all know, Nintendo does whatever the hell they want. But You let me know down in the comments below, what are you most excited about from this Nintendo Direct? Was it the announcements for Persona? Was it the demos that they dropped this today for some of their games? What is it that you're most excited about going forward into kind of like, well, we're barely starting summer, but there's not a lot of big other releases happening during the summer that we know of. A lot of these were happening October and up, so in the fall. But what are you most excited about for the Nintendo Switch? What games are coming out in the fall that you're excited about? Me personally, I'm looking forward for Live Alive. I think that's my only and biggest exciting announcement. But besides that, you know, hey, I'm just gonna be holding off for now, and I got a huge backlog, so I'm just gonna be playing those games. But folks, I've been True Fernie. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe. If you didn't like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs down, because every single bit helps. Yes, even dislikes. Yeah, I know. Please make sure to follow me on Twitter, where I spend most of my waking hours, where I talk to y'all, where I discuss a lot of these announcements. Whenever I don't do a live reaction, I'm discussing everything and anything that's happening live over there on Twitter. As well, make sure to follow me on Twitch, where I try and stream pretty regularly. Right now, I don't have a lot of games that I kind of would like to stream. I might get back into Pokemon. I did finish Sword and Shield and Arceus decks, so I'm kind of like stumped as to what to do in those games anymore. I think I might do some shiny hunting streams, but we'll see. Make sure to join our Discord server, where we talk anything and everything gaming, anime, TVs, movies, anything that might interest you as my viewer. Also, I have a semi-weekly podcast called Search and Report. Just go over to Spotify or wherever you listen to your podcast and search for Search and Report. Our logo is a little Game Boy with the word Search and Report up at the top. You will not miss it. It is also a video podcast, so if you like watching video podcasts, you can watch it on Spotify. So I think that's pretty neat. Thank you, Spotify, for making that feature available. Folks, please take care of each other, but most importantly, take care of yourself. All right, peace. And stop getting salty. It's just ads. They're just game ads. Relax. They're not like, relax. Why are you getting upset about video game commercials? Chill. All right, peace.